Welcome to SinaLite tutorial videos. In this video we're going to talk about proper orientation of your file. By that we mean the way you set up your file, in particular how page 1 is set up relative to page 2 so that the job backs up properly. I have a postcard file here on the screen and I'm looking at a 5.5 by 8.5 trim. So this blue guideline I'm looking in with Acrobat Pro, this is a representation of the trim. It's not actually printing line. So I have bleed on page 1 and it is 5.5 by 8.5. So when I go to page 2, it is also 5.5 by 8.5. So both pages match the same orientation. I don't actually have bleed on this page, so that would be a bit of a problem. But both pages match in orientation. That is what we want. I have a file here where the orientation is bad. It's the same 5.5, 8.5 file on page 1, but when I go to page 2, it's a different orientation. It's no longer 5.5, 8.5. It does not match page 1. This kind of file would be rejected by SinaLite Prepress. You need both pages to be either 8.5, 5.5 or 5.5, 8.5. So you have to rotate one page or the other to match the other. Both pages need to be supplied the same way, else we cannot proceed with your job. The other tricky part of orientation deals with greeting cards, and this also applies to folded business cards. So when I look at the greeting card here on the screen, this would actually fold down the middle. So the top of this, the front of this card is at the top of page 1. It's the part that says happy whatever. And the bottom is the back of the card. And you notice that the front and the back are printing head to head towards the spine or the middle fold. So when the front is at the top of page 1, as you see here, on page 2, this would be the way you would set up your file. And that would print on the inside of your card. The alternate way to set up this greeting card is, instead of putting the front at the top of page 1, as we saw before, we put the front at the bottom of page 1. If you're going to set up your file this way, then page 2 must be upside down the way you see it here. And this is a mistake a lot of SinaLite customers make. If you're going to put the front of your business card, folded business card, or your greeting card at the bottom of page 1, as you see here, page 2 needs to be what appears to be upside down, but is actually correct. So you have to consider your greeting card. Start with page 1. What is the front cover? And then that determines how you're going to orientate or set up page 2 relative to page 1. And you have to supply your file correctly if you want it to print the proper way. If you have any further questions, please contact support@sinalite.com. Thank you for watching this video.